Alright, so you've definitely seen a lot of videos from me recently, but I really wanted to get this one out kind of early because I want to share this with you, right? We now have the official testing from the Pride site here, giving us a great idea to what 2B is capable of, right? So again, I did my tests, I listened to a lot of feedback from the comments and everything, and overall, she's a great character, right? We've covered those terms that is true. Yes, people really wanted her to do a lot more than she's currently doing, which again, understandable and whatnot, who knows, right? But today, I want to show you what Pride is coming up with and giving us as a review. New to the channel, like and subscribe, helps out a ton. Let's hop to it, and this is an important one. I recommend to check this one out. So place your bets in your mind right now. We first up have Story Late. Personally, it's between S and SS. I don't think she really is the great story character like that. Maybe early game she'll probably succeed and do good. But let's see. I haven't already checked the actual stats. I just got the info that it came out, so we'll find out. She's not on S tier. She's on S tier. I can see the little new icon. So they've currently put her at S tier, which is about correct. You have other characters like Drake, Power being on here, Snow White, which again, there are pretty good characters for or whatnot. They are still powerful, but they're going to end up being on that status. Remember, Summer Anise is still very broken, and I will argue that Summer Anise definitely released with a lot more damage on the kit, right? And again, she's a supporter, she's a defender, whatnot, but still, 2B is putting up a very good number. Yes, the problem is they released Summer Anise before this, so people have that idea of broken in their head coming from Anise doing, god tier damage. But again, 2B is still very good in my opinion. People are still saying that she's mid as hell, but I don't know. I personally think that she's pretty solid for the boss testing that I'm getting and stuff like that. She is still doing on par, and yes, I've made my Scarlet much better. I've upgraded my Scarlet, and still, on the testing of other people that I've talked to and everything, they also have the issue where Scarlet just doesn't do way more. You think that Scarlet would fly ahead miles, but she really doesn't, right? That's what I'm trying to say. She's still a very good character, and I think that she is, for the time to come, is a pretty cool meta she's setting up with that idea of final HP, which still, we'll talk about that later, right? So that's there, but beyond that, story early, theoretically she'll rank higher, but I don't know about SSS. Yeah, no SSS, looks like SS, so not bad about that one, she ranks on the same tier as Anise. That's going to be obviously the case. Very good composition. Over here, again, Scarlet is higher, so keep that in mind, but still, I like the placement. For Boss Solo, SS, I'm guessing that they'll do. Ooh, she's SSS. Yes, dude. I like to see that. Yeah, she is pretty good. Oh, I could just do this again. I always forget that Prywin has the ability to hover over this. I keep forgetting that. Oh my god. And also, Novel's actually seeing a lot of play with this character, so keep this in mind. I really want to try the Novel team. Listen, the two things that I hate in this game, I don't have Novel, and I don't have Guillotine. And it kills me that I want those two characters so badly, because I really want to try the Guillotine comp. I heard Guillotine's really good with Modernia, or with 2B, sorry, right? And a comment, I think you know who you are. You commented my last video requesting a team and you should try it. I want to try it so bad. I just don't have Guillotine, and she's been rated up since probably since we got her buff. So about months ago, right? And I still haven't gotten her, so it hurts more than anything. I really want Guillotine so I can test with her, because I have Mast, and people are like, oh, I don't have Mast, but I'm suffering from a different problem. I have Mast, I just don't have Guillotine, who works very well with Mast, right? Boss with additional targets, either SSS, I'm guessing, or SS. Oh, we just checked it. I already know that. It's SS now, right? Yeah. SS, on par with someone like Mary, which is really cool to see. On par with someone like, Snow White. Over in the middle area, you can see that also. But yeah, she is a very strong character. Sadly enough, I did hear she kind of fumbles in PvP a little bit, so I don't know who to believe, right? I listen to different people, and some people say that she's an absolute insane carry, top tier, 10 out of 10, and then I hear she's mid as hell garbage, so I can't tell who's the biased one, who's the correct testing one. But if Prime was saying SS, I'm going to kind of lean with that one, because more so the people that have been telling me SS are more of the majority, but there are a lot of people saying that they just can't get her working, which I don't know if it's the testing phase, I don't know what it is, but I have heard good things about her in PvP, but I've also heard some treacherous things, so I really can't tell. But for the most part, hey, she did end up here in SS. We can go through her review if you would like to. They always release an analysis. I would always recommend you read through it. There is a lot in here, but I always lead with, pros and cons. So let's go through everything, all right? First up, 2B is mathematically the highest attack unit in the game. 2B is the only unit whose DPS increases with max HP buffs, so she does not steal most other DPS support units. Limit breaks are super valuable. They not only buff her base attack, even if it is trivial, but also her HP, which means more attack. She can absorb tons of damage before dying, even as a damage dealer. So this is really cool. I don't know if you already know, if you get latched on by Blacksmith, usually he wipes you. He didn't. He actually only did about half the health of 2B. I was mortified. I was like, no freaking way. She tanks a lot, dude. She tanks a crap ton, okay? Her AoE damage in skill 2 might sound weak, but as a screen wiper, it does wipe the screen even against the nasty projectiles, which is also true. I did a test today in Blacksmith. I would recommend to check out that video if you would like to, but she really does take out all those projectiles on, I think, I don't want to spoil it. There's another boss, I won't spoil it, so I want to spoil that. It'll come soon, but her burst skill is one of the strongest in terms of immediate burst damage. Now the cons: expensive, needs high investments. Without investments, she is worse than most units, which is true. She's gonna take some time. She's gonna need love and support. I told you that since day one. You gotta pat her on the back and give her a nice little shove, and she will work, and she'll do great, and she'll, you know, make numbers if you get what I'm trying to say here, right? She'll do the DPS you're looking for. You just gotta pat her on the back and support her, right? That she'll do it. But she'll take some time, right? What is it? Shines only with certain units such as Mass, Noise, Quincy, Novel, Frima. Jackal and S. Mary, since attack buffs are less effective on her. Jackal might be a bug. For the most part, I don't know. Bunnies aren't bad. Again, I might be wrong on that one. But her on Bunny's team just works well. It still does decent damage. Sure, it's not like mass level damage, but I don't know. For clearing bosses, she works well on the. I beat Gravedigger with Bunnies and her, and I beat Blacksmith with her Bunnies and her, and it still worked out very well. So it is true, but yeah, definitely with Mast and Quincy, those two are crazy together, like genuinely. So just keep in mind that if you don't have Mast, you can go with Quincy. They'll help you out. Her damage is low at first, but insane as time goes and reaches its peak after activating the burst skill 3 times, which is true. At the start of the battle, you're going to see that she's going to be kind of lower than the rest of the characters, but at the end of the battle, we tested it today where we kind of stalled a little bit. We did like a pseudo showcase where we aimed off into the distance and then tried to activate that while the boss had more health. So we got around 5 bars, and we lowered that bars from 5 in such a fast time. She does explosive damage when the third burst kicks off, but again, it's such a ramp up unit where if there's a more long form boss released in the future, she could be really good where, you know, there's more health bars. They make a 4-minute match, a 5-minute match. I don't know if things change in the future, but for the most part, I do like, again, it would have been cool if she like had burst cycle complete, then does it like full burst. Oh my god, she'd be broken, but it's burst skill. So as she bursts, which is much longer than that, 40, 40, 40, right? So that's there, but in some cases, gear upgrades are needed not only on herself, but also on supports like Mass, etc. This also includes upgrading those support skills to make them more relevant, which is true. Limited and collab unit at the same time, so unless you MLB her now, you'll have to wait till who knows when for a rerun, right? Which probably there may never be one. So, simply put, I still think great character. If you want to invest, you're more than welcome to. But there is an anniversary. If you don't think that these characters are broken enough for your investment, you don't have to. I think over time, this character can get better because they are introducing a new thing where it's max HP. Remember, Mass was a plan for Nier. Think about that in your head logically. They had that plan for what 2B was supposed to be as a unit when they released Mass because they wanted to buff that idea. You have someone like, Scarlet and Guillotine who benefit on lower HP, but you have someone like this who benefits on maxing out that HP to the max, where it gives that benefit. And again, it was kind of correlated together, which is a pretty cool thing. But they also conned you because you lost on Mass. Now it's GG's unless you pull it from wishlist or molds or whatnot. But pretty cool little thing there that they did. But yeah, they have PvP usage over here, so if you want to like read through that, team compositions, I went through a whole video kind of describing all that stuff here. We have basic stuff over here. It is recommended to obtain elemental damage instead, or a situational crit and hit rate. If you're wondering about that, Overload or LOL, as a defender, 2B has low base attack, which means she benefits less from OL lines, and buffs that increase attack on the target character, nor is an exception. Furthermore, she alone already acquires too much attack from her skill 2, making attack buffs much less effective. Nevertheless, she still benefits with elemental damage, and critical hits can also help multiply her already insane damage. Hit rate can allow her to hit enemies' core more conveniently, but since most of her damage is contained within her burst, it is probably not that valuable. While rerolling, keep in mind that attack lines are less favorable for 2B, although they do boost her output a little. It is recommended to obtain, again, as I just mentioned, elemental damage instead, or situational crit and hit rate. So kind of a little bit cool thing there just to understand. But again, if you want to go and read through this, you're more than welcome to. But let me know, do you agree with how Pridewine's placing this? What would you place this unit, right? People are saying that she's a quick A tier character, S tier at best. I still think that she's a great character. Again, I won't argue SSS, but I'll definitely argue she's an SS tier character. She pushes a meta that is pretty cool, and I do think that for what she brings to the table, I am allowed to use characters that I want. This is a point that I want to make in the future. Like, she really does allow me to use characters that I like. It's like Volume. I've been dying to use her. She works on some comps here and there, but like, dude, I have a duped out Volume since day one. I like the character, and I'm like, I can't use her, but this, they kind of work very well. Frima, you recently got a summer skin. People were like, yes, I can use my Frima now. So there's different characters that really bring kind of more things to the table now due to 2B existing, which I really like. So yeah, I'll save that for a different video though. I want to talk about that, but hey, at the end of the day, pretty cool thing with this character, and that's her tier list rating. So you let me know what you think.